لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا ومن شرور انفسنا ومن ذريته. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum assalam.
I originally had a topic that I want to continue from last week, but something that always comes to me this time of each year I can hardly ignore, and it is the upcoming celebration of Thanksgiving Day. And to Muslims, there's no other ummah who is more thankful than us. We, in our tradition, do not need a day to be selected to thank, because the tradition of Islam is to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time. So we as a ummah or as an individual, if we have selected Thanksgiving Day as a day to bring our family together, to feed our family or to feed others, to have a sense of happiness, we've missed our mark. In fact, one of the things I like to always mention is that the religions have different stories, but one of the stories I'll give you that I know shortly back in around 1620, right? These people were called muhajirin, pilgrims. They call themselves pilgrims, oddly enough, pilgrims. And they came from somewhere and they landed, as Malcolm said, they landed on Plymouth Rock. And they met up with a people who you probably can no longer even find. Wampanoag or Wampanoag Indians or natives who welcomed them, who showed them how to survive in a harsh environment. And the story goes, they shared a meal and da-da-da-da-da, it goes on and on. But today, if you go to this place where they call, you won't find any Indians. You see, in Massachusetts, in this area, Martha's Vineyard is an exclusive place for the pilgrims. The Indians don't exist because they were delegated and relegated and wiped out and annihilated and murdered. Their culture was taken away. They used to go and they had a time where we were finding the Muslim children, taking them away from their parents, putting them in orphanage, not because they weren't being taken care of, but because they wanted to cut their hair. They wanted to get rid of their culture. They wanted to take them if they looked white, to try to migrate or assimilate them into a society. They put them on reservations where they now have to even seem ask for rights to their water and to land. Taking away their culture, put them on a reservation. Does that remind you of anything going on now where our ummah has been put on a reservation in Gaza, in the West Bank, where they took the entire country of Palestine and made it into Israel and gave our people a patch of land and put a fence around it and put guards around it, control their water, control their lights, control everything. Just like the Indians who are now been displaced. See, they didn't start where they were, they've been displaced into places where they can no longer even survive. Annihilated and wiped out into a point that you can't find a people who supposedly were the natives of this land, like the people of Palestine, who now no longer even occupy their own land, So we as a ummah should be conscious of the things that we do and the things that we honor. Because we are a ummah steeped in tradition of being thankful. There's nobody more thankful than us. It's obligatory for us. Allah has made it obligatory for us to what? Honor our parents, honor our relatives, be kind to our neighbors, feed those who are in need every day, at any time, at any moment, not just Thanksgiving Day. So as I said, if we have selected this day as celebration, as a gathering, special gathering of our family, then we have missed the mark of our ummah, this great ummah, who Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam began to tell, and not only Allah told us in Quran, but the hadiths many tell us about being kind to our relatives, being kind to people, spread salam and feed the people. As for salam, feed the people, spread salam, spread peace, and feed the people. So I won't keep you, because this can be a topic that I can be very critical of. And I'm not saying don't do it, because it's a good time. They give us a holiday off, right? They give us some time. They made turkey a national meal because turkeys were so plentiful and people didn't want to eat their cows or sheep. And turkeys were running around everywhere, and you could get turkeys by the millions. Turkeys were easy to grow, and you could take one turkey and put it on a table and feed the whole family. So why kill a cow or a goat or a lamb when you can kill one big turkey, put it on the table, and be done with it? So be careful that we are not knowledgeable of the things that we do, because we know that it says when you do things other people, you become like those people. I always used to say, today a turkey, tomorrow a tree, a Thanksgiving tree. You see that? Next you'll have a tree in your house saying it represents something else. That's okay. I'm not celebrating Christmas. I'm just doing this to make my children happy, because everybody else is doing it. I'm not celebrating it. I'm just doing it because I want to make, for some reason we make excuses. But oh ummah, be careful. Be careful that we don't become the people, or like the people that are oppressing us and oppressing Islam. Like our brothers, the Uyghur, who they're doing what? Taking away, trying to wipe their history away, their culture, hoping that they will no longer exist. Well, you won't find a Uyghur anywhere, or you won't find a Palestinian anywhere in Gaza, right? When they finish with Gaza, it will be like a zone that will never be rebuilt. Annihilation, genocide. See, people don't want to use these words because they're so harsh, but these are their goals. They say that some of the Zionists say, wipe Gaza out. Just wipe the whole area out. How do you do that when people are occupying it? Huh? You wipe the people out. The people are no more important or as little important as the land. They value the land more than they value their lives. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the good tidings that Allah is recording everything that's being done. And we don't have to worry about the necessary retribution, because Allah will punish those who are steeping these things on His ummah, on the believers. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to remember what and who we are. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the things and the concrete that is in the qulub, that He will give us a heart that is firm in our deen, that He will allow us to remember others as we should, and be thankful to Allah in good times and bad times, because we know everything is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and done with His permission. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send peace upon our ummah, to send His rahmah over our ummah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give victory to those who are fighting in His cause, the true mujahideen, the true shuhada. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give shifa, healing to our ummah, that who are being injured, who are ill. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not to necessarily always just heal the body, but heal the heart and the spirit, the thing that carries over into the akhirah. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ajma'in. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati